Disasters are perennial problems to the Philippines, and wherever they hit, poverty is almost sure to follow. In eastern Visayas, the Asian Development Bank says poverty incidence rose to 55% from 41% before the onslaught of Super Typhoon Yolanda. Eastern Samar saw its rate more than double. Nearly a year after the disaster, the ADB says much still needs to be done. Full reconstruction is not expected until after 4 to 5 years, and revitalizing economy and social conditions in affected areas is another matter entirely. Still, ADB says the Philippine government's rehabilitation effort is commendable.
And in fact, by many measures, the process and the time between recovery and rehabilitation in this instance is moving faster than we saw in Aceh a decade ago.
It's no question that Super Typhoon Yolanda is one of the strongest and deadliest typhoons the world has ever seen. But how much did Yolanda actually destroy? In this report, Cecille Lardizabal breaks down the facts and figures of the Super Typhoon, which made landfall in local shores almost a year ago.
At least 6,000 people were killed when Typhoon Haiyan, locally known as Yolanda, hit the Philippines on November 8, 2013. In January this year, the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council said injured persons went up to about 28,000, with almost 1,800 others missing. Yolanda's wrath affected 44 provinces, 591 municipalities, and 57 cities in 9 regions throughout the country. These included southern Luzon, Bicol, eastern, central, and western Visayas, northern Mindanao, Davao, and Caraga region. More than 4 million individuals were displaced, while over 1 million houses were destroyed. The disaster agency recorded over 36 billion peso damage to infrastructure and agriculture. Among the worst-hit provinces were Leyte and eastern Samar, with a combined population of over 2.3 million. These areas sustained winds of 270 kilometers per hour, with gustiness of up to 312 kilometers per hour. A storm surge as high as 7 meters also swept coastal communities, prompting the government to declare a state of national calamity in Samar, Leyte, Cebu, Iloilo, Capiz, Aklan, and Palawan. In December last year, President Aquino appointed former Senator Panfilo Lacson as Presidential Assistant for Rehabilitation and Recovery to unify efforts in helping calamity-stricken areas rise again. An information portal was also created to allow transparency and accountability for the international calamity aid and assistance given to the Philippines in the aftermath of the typhoon. Cecille Lardizabal, 9 News.